last Thursday, or Thursday before last, I don't know. I get the days mixed up. They all run together at this point. President Joe Biden did what is it? I don't want to call it a speech because a speech would be appropriate. Because if he gave a speech on television, not a campaign promotion speech, as far as a State of the Nation address, that's what networks generally gravitate to, and they'll put those on there. Where you talk about the economy and what your administration is doing to better the situation. Like, are you making sure this? Are you strategically filling up the oil reserves? Are you going to do something to encourage growth amongst companies? Maybe shredding the corporate tax so people will go out and hire people, and as well as helping with the gas prices, to go back to my first point, to help with the shipping and transport issues in America right now, the supply chain. Are you going to help with that? Are you going to spew less rhetoric and give more solutions to existing problems? No. You're going to say that anyone that doesn't believe in what you're saying is a fascist. Let's give it up for that. Let's give it up for President Joe Biden not being accountable, for anything, and placing the blame on one Donald J. Trump. Let me read to you what the definition of fascism is. And this is from Google as well as Bing. Fascism is a far right, they had to put far right in there, authoritarian, ultranationalist political ideology and movement characterized by a dictatorial leader, centralized militarism, forcible suppression of opposition. Sorry that I really, really, really fumbled that. It's early. Who on God's green earth does that sound like? And I'm not being funny when I say that. I mean, this guy, because 85% of the Republican Party now identify with two or more of Trump's MAGA agenda, right? Now, I'm not the biggest Trump fan, but I am a fan of lower taxes, and I'm a fan of corporate tax being cut. I am also a fan of a smaller government. So, according to Joe Biden and a lot of the Democrats, who a lot of people think that the Democrats are reasonable with this nonsense, with that speech, when in actuality, Joe Biden is nothing more than a wannabe dictator. And that's kind of how simple this whole thing is. But, at the end of the day, what do you expect? I mean, do we expect this guy who was part of an organization when President Obama was in office, how soon we forget, tap the phones of conservatives and use the IRS to go into conservatives and people on the right side of the aisle bank accounts? No one remembers this stuff. They just remember Biden being that cool president with the aviator glasses on like Joe, or his own kind of shades on. Maybe if he black, maybe some Lokes, the Dickie suit. West Side, something like that. It's just people forget. The Democrat Party is about bigger government, and bigger government will always equate to more control. Now, I've talked about 4 minutes. Whatever. Next topic.